Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Keisha. Today I want to talk about consciously choosing your partner. A lot of us enter relationships because of physical attraction to the opposite sex or possibly the same sex, but I want to talk about the opposite sex. A lot of us get into these relationships because we have this attraction to someone based upon how they look. And that is how human attraction is designed. But I'm going to take it a little step deeper. Is that a lot of us, especially if we are unconscious to who we are, we don't know who we are or what we are, and we're being ran by our ego, we find ourselves being attracted to people who are not good for us, and we don't understand that. And so we get into relationships, and 9 times out of 10 these relationships, they start out beautiful, it's on the honeymoon phase, but after a while when the mask starts to slip and the real you begins to come out, or the real them comes out, now we have issues. And the thing of it is that how relationships operate, they operate as mirrors. People are a mirror reflecting back to you who you are. And if you don't understand who you are, you don't understand how you formed your attachment trauma from your childhood, then you don't understand that on a deeper level, there's an energy force that's attracting, that's drawing you to keeping you in relationships with this person as a reflection of who you are, for you to change on a deeper inner level. And so when you don't understand that about yourself, the problems of the relationship becomes the other person's fault. You begin to blame the other person for the demise of your unhappiness, when in all actuality it is the things within yourself that you have not faced or that you are not aware of, and that person just simply reflecting that back to you. And so now we have all these issues. And then not only that, is that when you don't know who you are and you're disconnected from source, which is your energy source, your essence of who you are, you don't have the self-love or the emotional bandwidth to recognize that that person is not for you. Just because you're physically attracted to someone does not mean that that person should be in your life. So my whole thing is that when you meet someone, especially if you are immediately attracted to that person, that should be a red flag to say, bam, 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 hold up, hold up, hold up. What is it that's inside of me that is attracting me so deeply, so earnestly to this person? What is within my being that has not been resolved is why I'm so attracted to this person. Because usually when you're attracted to someone off the bat, when people say, oh, it's love at first sight, no, that is not true. That is trauma at first sight. That is trauma. Okay? So there's something within that person on a deeper spiritual level that is drawing you to that person. And also too, if you're not aware of the spiritual lessons behind relationships, is that you would immediately jump ship instead of staying in it and trying to figure out what is it within myself that I have not paid attention to, or that I ignored. Now, I'm not saying that if that person is abusing you, like physically abusing you, or emotional abuse or anything like that, I'm not saying that, by all means, jump ship quick, okay? But what I'm talking about is if your insecurities are being mirrored back to you, okay? Or if your self-doubts are being reflected back to you, or if you're a controlling person, and you see that this other person is not abiding by what you want them to do, and now you're angry, now you're pissed off with them, that's because you have some control issues that you need to work out within yourself. So if there's no abuse that's going on, and it's just, This person is not doing what you want them to do. You're trying to control them, or they're reflecting back to you character flaws, character defects, or insecurities, things of that nature. Try to, have a conversation with this person, sit down with them, discuss it, you know. But it helps to know who you are first before you actually get into a relationship, because a lot of us have attachment traumas from our childhood that that's keeping us in these unhealthy relationships. You're basically playing out your childhood relationships in your adult relationship. You look at your spouse as a father. Figure like you're trying to compensate for something that didn't happen in your childhood through your partner, and it's not your partner's responsibility to resolve your childhood issues. That's something that you need to work out within yourself before you even get into a relationship. So that's why it is so important for you to know who you are on a deep inner level, and also just on every aspect of your existence. Why do you think the way you think? Why do you do the things you do? Why are you attracted to the people that you're attracted to? There's a reason for that. And if you look back of all your relationships and they all ended, horribly, or it was chaotic, but you are the common denominator, the issue is you. The issue is you, and that's the thing. A lot of people, they don't want to accept that the issue is them. They don't want to accept that they're the toxic one. They always want to point the blame at somebody else. They don't want to take responsibility for who they are. They don't want to hold themselves accountable for the things that are going on in their lives that they're not happy with. So, approaching relationships, you should approach it with a fine-tooth comb, like Sherlock Holmes, man, with a magnifying glass. It's okay to have initial attraction for somebody that, that you like within, your, according to your taste. However, with that, investigate that as well. Okay? But take it deeper than that. Take relationships slowly, because if you allow the wrong person into your life, that person can bring hell into your life, and they can inflict emotional suffering upon yourself, your mental health, and your mental health is the most important thing. So that's why it's very important who you choose to bring into your life, not just on a romantic level, but just also on a friendship level, your family. Anything that is going to disrupt your your mental health or your emotional well-being, sever ties with that. But like I said, find out who you are, know who you are. Just spend time with who you are. Understanding that you are loved, that you are God, and that you are a sovereign being. You are a sovereign being, and that you have choices. Your choices are very important. Your choices will be reflected back to you in the form of karma, if you believe that or not. But I'm just letting you know, what you put out into this world, you get back. So again, be very careful who you allow into your world, who you allow into your body. Everything that look good ain't good. People wear masks very well. Oh man, we all have a mask, and we have a mask for different scenarios of our life. You understand? So it's very imperative that you get to know someone first before you invite them into your life and become vulnerable with them, because everybody is not out for your good. Everybody is inherently selfish, whether that's coming from the love spectrum or from fear spectrum. And most people are operating from fear. A lot of people, they don't know who they are. They're running from who they are, and they want someone to come into their life to save them and to rescue them. You're not anybody's savior, and no one is your savior. We're all responsible for ourselves, for our well being. So, that being said, just be very, very conscious of who you allow yourself to become entangled with, okay? Your mental health is very important. Your happiness is very important. Your peace of mind is very, very important. So, why would you hand the keys over to someone who is not looking out for your best interests? Especially if you're not looking out for your best, especially if you're not conscious of your best interests. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, anyway, so just want to drop that real quick. And yeah, until next time, thank you. Bye bye.